What is going on, everybody all over the world? This is Chris, CKHO81. I'm about to do a reaction to an MMA video. It's called Top 10 Rarest Knockouts in MMA History. It's by, Vote Sport, which I'm not familiar with. I'm going to subscribe to their channel, though. I like to do that for all the channels that I react to their content on. Also, I'm going to give them a thumbs up, a like. That way I know I don't forget. I mean, if I watch a video and it's that horrible, I can always take my like back. Luckily, I haven't had to do that so far, so I've been picking good videos, usually popular ones. To me, that signifies, not always, but for the most part, that's popular for a reason. This one's a year old. It has 8.7 million views. I should mention as well, if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Click that button. Once you do, I'll get my notification. And once I get that notification, I'll subscribe back to your channel as well. So you'll get a notification that I've done that. If you don't see it in a couple days within subscribing to me, leave a comment on one of my videos, and then I will go in there and I'll make sure that I'm subscribed to your content, to your channel. Now, without further ado, I'm going to expand this screen full size and let's go.
Mixed martial arts are about to hit the 30-year mark since their birth in the early 1990s. Still, the sport has come a long way, filled with many masterful knockouts scored by the combat visionaries. We've gathered the rarest knockout strikes outside the UFC that deserve to be called a work of art. So sit back and enjoy the show.
Are timed out. You can feel it. There's way more skill.
With the abundance of close quarters fighting in MMA, elbow strikes have always been a must-have skill for the caged gladiators. However, fighters rarely employ the trademark tomahawk, which are more commonly seen in movies. Nonetheless, at the one championship event titled Fists of Fury, Mark Abelardo and Emilio Urrutia worked hard to live up to the big headlines. In the last minute of the first round, Abelardo connected with the right hand and immediately started wielding his elbows.
And he is tagged with a hook. 2 punches and the uppercut.
His opponent made it to the bell, but allowed a well-aimed tomahawk in the process.
Oh, another one!
In the middle of the bout, the Filipino warrior portrayed Ong Bak once again in an award-winning performance and caught his opponent mid-punch.
Oh, there you go!
Counters are...
There you go, he capitalized! He capitalized!
Counters are the most devastating. So usually somebody's
The perfectly placed tomahawk brought Abelardo a dizzying victory.
Up so much, and
Speaking of sharp strikes with the bend of the arm, Anderson Silva also made some noise in that department. In 2006, Spider was defending his Cage Rage title and literally elbowed his way to the UFC.
Which I'm not familiar with. I just know he fought.
The upward reverse elbow began Spider's era, and the rest is history.
Dominance here is Tampa.
Elbows are so...
In recent years, question mark kicks have been gaining more and more popularity on MMA grounds. Also known as the Brazilian kick, however, the modification resembles a knee strike or a front kick, which often deceives the opponent. At the start of the 2000s, the misleading blow was brought to the world's attention by kickboxer Glaube Feitosa in his thunderous knockouts. In the 2010s, UFC champion Israel Adesanya borrowed the unusual move, which paved his path to numerous key victories at kickboxing championships worldwide. In MMA, question mark kick knockouts granted Izzy promotion to the UFC in November of 2017. Stuart Dare was the last one standing in Adesanya's way. After brutally tricking his opponent's expectations, Adesanya took Dare out. In 2019, European KSW fans witnessed a question mark kick by Alexander Ilic, which worked really well against Damian Yanikovsky.
Did I miss something? Is this like a video about question mark kicks only? Oh. I'm sure it's not. I'm just being a smart ass.
The somersault kick, which goes by the name Rolling Thunder, can often be seen in kickboxing rings because the referee will always stop the fight after a spectacular flip. But in MMA, in order to spin in a whirlwind of rage, you must either have the passion of Justin Gaethje or possess surgical precision. In 2019, Davy Gallon, a European prospect mainly known for his ground skills, proved to be the latter. Ross Pearson, a UFC retiree hoping to make a quick buck, hopped into the cage with Gallon. From the get-go, Davy started throwing back fists.
He's not going to make mistakes.
There was no rest for the veteran on the floor either, where he was forced to constantly get out of submissions. In the third round, Gallon went for a spinning elbow. Realizing his mistake, he changed his weapon of choice.
Pearson with a body. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Goodness!
Oh.
In the last minute of the fight, Gallon worked up the courage for the Rolling Thunder. The crushing kick marked his promotion to the Premier League, Bellator in this case.
You're getting momentum.
In 2017, Ollie Flint, an amateur fighter, performed an under-rotated variation of the Rolling Thunder.
He's landed a few of those now.
Unbelievable!
Right under over Thunder.
The surface-to-air missile completely incinerated the target.
It'd be a great thing to practice.
Textbook soccer kicks have long been enjoyed by MMA fans in Asia. But promotions outside that region rarely allow booting a grounded opponent. Therefore, in MMA, as in kickboxing, it is considered a form of art, knocking the opposition out with a low kick a moment before he touches the ground.
Out by Paul Slewinski in the semifinals, a rapid-fire combination.
This is exactly what happened at Bellator 70, where AJ Matthews, with a 5-1 score, was coming up against veteran Charlie Rader. AJ was bossing the proceedings in the first round without even breaking a sweat.
Out of bounds, a lot of nice movement by Matthews.
In the second, the welterweight stepped it up a notch.
Matthews. Push kick by Rader, right hand by Rader.
But after trying out his left hook, right low kick combination a couple of times, Matthews finished the bout with an insane strike.
1 minute 30 remaining in round 2.
Oh, he's out! He's way out!
That is it! There is the stoppage and a TKO win for...
Or that was like broken clock theory.
Tricking his opponent to lean away from his punch, AJ immediately sent the shin along the way. Charlie disconnected from reality midair.
Flips, and then bang, that kick was already thrown with his hand.
And of course, we could not pass up a surreal confrontation in the Russian promotion M1. Fearing high kicks, Mikhail Gazayev simply refused to rise from his knees for almost the entire fight. But by the third round, Konstantin Glukhov lost his patience. Despite the disqualification, Glukhov most definitely won the People's Choice Award.
At a lower level and an easier target.
I'm evolving. He gets the knockout. I get the win. Isn't it obvious? Despite being a common misconception, up kick
springboard yourself running back
and axe kick from the ground are essentially different strikes in terms of their mechanics, regardless of the laying position of the attacker. In both cases, the up kick's trajectory extends upwards, whereas the axe kick is more parabolic. Of course, the most infamous axe kick was deployed by none other than Anderson Silva. In 2006, he first met Yushin Akami, visiting Hawaii in between Pride and UFC stints. The Brazilian fighter was dealing strikes in the vertical plane without any visible problems. Akami did try seeking salvation on the ground.
Silva's just playing with this guy.
And in the middle of the first round, Yushin was lucky to complete a takedown and work on his ground and pound.
Much puzzled. He doesn't know what to do. He's looking for the.
But the Spider didn't feel like it.
He's giving him no
He's a monster on the ground. Yeah. Dexterity and flexibility. Jeez, I've never seen that, but don't surprise me. His legs are dexterous.
With Pride rules fresh in mind, the Brazilian legend-to-be clocked a grounded samurai with an axe kick. However, the surprised look on Silva's face did not save him from the disqualification for an illegal hit. 5 years later, they will meet in the UFC, and this time the Spider will have fun within the rules. In the same year, South African-born Alex Shabub, nicknamed the Professor, performed a clinical axe kick.
It was there, but it wasn't like clean right on the button.
Connecting the rear side of the hand with an opponent's head in a quick spiral motion is widely known as a spinning back fist. Gaining centrifugal force with each degree of turn, it is able to demolish anyone with one devastating touch. But perhaps not a single back fist compares to the one utilized by Artur Guseynov back in 2011. Making his U.S. debut with a 9-2 record, the Russian knockout artist was facing with American grappler Tyson Jeffries. At the start, Guseynov, to his misfortune, found himself on the floor, but swiftly returned to his feet. Then he demonstrated why he was nicknamed Tornado and destroyed his enemy.
Guseynov, very good job of getting out of it.
Because it looks like he's supposed to do something else.
An unmatched spinning back fist brought Guseynov the victory and boosted his career.
It looks like you're doing something else. It's deceptive.
In 2018, Mzwandile Hlongwa, nicknamed Shakebone, put his own spin on a knockout wheel.
An elbow. It looked like an elbow. He finishes it with a hammer punch.
In the clash of the unpronounceable names with Torbjorn Madsen, the South African gladiator struck a killer combo. The Viking mentally sailed to his native shores before touching the floor.
Taking a nap. Resting his eyes.
The axe kick is considered one of the most difficult among amplitude kicks. But despite the similarity to the movement of an actual axe swing, a chopping kick rarely carries knockout power. Therefore, it is most often used as a distraction. In kickboxing, the axe kick was popularized by Andy Hoog, but even the Swiss karate master did not get many knockdowns with this mesmerizing move. Nevertheless, Alfie Davis did manage to pull off a truly staggering act with it. In a 2016 special rules fight, the fierce lumberjack took less than 3 minutes to deal with Nick Baker.
Very good combination coming forward. Beautiful.
With a single smash, Davis slashed his opponent down, earning himself the nickname The Axeman.
Beautiful.
A year later, in MMA, Icelander Bjorn Thorleifsson enriched his career with a memorable kick. By landing heavy body shots, Bjorn forced his counterpart to make a fatal mistake and drop his hands.
Overall, they're from the UK, but what a reception for this man! Rich will take it closer, he's seen enough! Wow!
Yeah, long legs.
The ability to execute a tornado kick is without a doubt crucial for any big screen action star.
True, Van Damme used to do those.
But even outside of a movie set, the whirling move proved to be a work of wonders in kickboxing. Israel Adesanya, brilliant. For example, did not fight shy of using it. Amateur MMA enthusiasts found the stunt to their liking too. Deontay Brown amused the crowd in his debut, which made the headlines of the sports press.
When you're making that, it's like momentum.
But the unequivocal wielders of tornado magic are, of course, the professionals.
Plus gravity.
In 2012, accomplished British striker Michael Page made his MMA debut. Ben Dishman had the bad luck to be his victim. For a full minute, Michael took great pleasure in bullying his opponent. A tornado kick maneuver summed up the fight.
He just corner the London shoot fighter, screaming at Antonio seriously, and there's a spinning kick. That is unbelievable. Wow.
Right, but that's the same type of arrogance.
After turning 360 degrees, Page sent his counterpart into a stumble and fall.
Screaming at Antonio seriously, and there's a spinning kick.
Soon his talents would be picked up by Bellator, where Venom would go on to make a name for himself.
Can come back.
Little scissor.
A year before that, Adam Khaliev demonstrated the same visual extravaganza. In his second MMA fight, the Russian middleweight took apart the experienced opponent for 2 minutes with his signature kicks. However, on the third minute, the bout was finished by a tornado forming right in the ring.
Made famous for me and Van Damme movies. 80s.
Living highlight is the perfect description of knockout virtuoso Raymond Daniels. After spending 2 decades in the ring, he gained fame as a world champion in a multitude of striking disciplines. Daniels also won the trilogy against Michael Page, but that's a whole other story. Later, Raymond won the Bellator kickboxing title. Likewise, his glory run ended on a wave of success with insane fight compilations.
Footwork, and there's a blistering handspring, spinning back kick, and Baseman aided another.
Jeez.
Daniels was ready for the transfer to mixed martial arts. In a 2019 clash, the American welterweight was about to spoil the debut of Wilker Barros. For 4 minutes straight, Raymond amused the audience with his obligatory entertainment program. And when the thrown-off-balance opponent was near the fence, Living Highlight ended the performance on a high note.
Okay. Make that leg, thought he was all waiting for it, and then he's like, no, that's not what it is. Take that instead.
Raymond turned around twice and drilled a tornado punch into Barros' head. The right hand sent his adversary into oblivion.
Just thinking a step ahead.
The world of mixed martial arts has original and suave knockouts that can truly amaze. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel.
And subscribe already, my man.
Beautiful. With a bike.
I appreciate the watch.
Oh my God.
Goodness. All right, you guys can click on the original video if you want to see it without my commentary. I'm going to leave the source, the link to this video directly in the description box, so you can find it there as well. You can find my PayPal, and if you want to leave a special highlighted comment, you could do so. Click on the thanks button, and it'll give you options to do that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video.